both these cameras can fire and do all their functions and features without batteries. Mechanical cameras basically don't need a battery to operate, and they operate at every single speed they have, and you don't need batteries. They do have light meters, and if you put batteries in them, then you can meter, but you don't need to. So, you can, if the batteries go on one of these things, doesn't matter. You can meter with your iPhone, meter with a light meter, and these were, every major camera manufacturer had one of these all the way through its life, because they were very popular. Obviously, if you go to odd places and things like that, you can't get batteries, and the reliance on electronics is sort of a funny one to start off with. People weren't keen on fully electronic cameras. So, I mean, the Nikon FM3A, which is one of the last non-autofocus cameras they made, fires at 1/4000 and doesn't need a battery. So they all had them. Contact had the S, there was the SB, S2. Nikon always had, Nikon had that. Canon, no. I think Canon when they went autofocus, they dropped all that. But yeah, so a lot of them had these all the way through their lives. Olympus, Olympus still have an OM1, they're around, and then they had the OM3. So, they're a great place to get in with non-autofocus, because you don't really, the Pentax K1000 is another good one. They're a good place to get in with this, because obviously you don't have to be reliant on battery, and these cameras, if you can operate and shoot one of these cameras, then you basically learn everything you need to technically about photography: aperture, ISO, shutter speed, and metering light. So you can get the technical parts down with these cameras. So they're great places to get in. Some of the prices vary enormously with these. Some of the mechanical cameras like the Nikon FM, I can't pronounce it, I can't remember which one it is. The mechanicals seem to jump up in price a fair bit, because of they're much easier to repair in many cases, apart from the OM3, but I'll come to that in a minute. They are easier to repair because obviously the electronics, and they're more reliable. The only thing when you go into this whole non-autofocus camera thing is that the bodies may be reasonably priced, but on some of these cameras the lenses have gone nuts, so you have to weigh that off, and when I get into the contacts I'll explain that. So huge choice.